interviews that are being given, trying to dot I's and cross T's, that if you're going to open with, okay, a circus, like what you're getting with Francis Ngannou, the next logical step would be to close with something big that really captures the imagination of everybody worldwide, that appeases everybody's thought process. I agree with what Tyson Fury says, that he isn't interested in Usyk, he isn't interested in Undisputed, but he is interested in a boatload of cash. And if the cash is right, then I genuinely believe that we can see Fury, Usyk in the Middle East, February, March of next year for the Undisputed Championship.
I think that is on the cards. I mean, no one's saying it's definitely happening. Obviously, we need to see what happens on October the 28th when Fury fights Ngannou. I really do genuinely believe that fight will happen because they're not stupid. They know that there's an appetite from the world's boxing fans. They're very smart people. There are millions, hundreds of millions of dollars being invested in this.
And it's not changing anytime soon. These guys are, look what they've done to golf, look what they're doing to football. They are going to take over the heavyweight division. Heavyweight fights will take place primarily only in Saudi Arabia.
And it might be for the next 3 or 4 years. You've got to look at the 2030 vision they've got. It would not surprise.
Those are the words of Talk Sports with Garath. Davies is the co-host, guest, and he's adamant that Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk will happen. Now, the other fellow, I don't know his name, but representative host from Talk Sports stated that, like, hey, we do believe what Tyson's saying right now. We do believe that, hey, he's not interested in fighting Usyk, and here's the thing. Garath, I think he knows that because he loves Tyson Fury. I don't think he's at a point where he can really say anything bad about Tyson. You know what I mean? Especially when you love the guy like that. He loves Tyson. But I think he's hoping that Tyson would reverse his mindset to fight the best. Now, what Garath Davies did say made a lot of sense. Tyson Fury is a guy, though. There is an inkling of a guy that may start talking about doing the right thing. But just because he talks about doing the right thing doesn't mean he's going to do it. Because, again, it's Wednesday. Yeah? Tomorrow, you have a whole different mindset. Next Wednesday, you have a whole mindset different from the day after yesterday. Or after tomorrow. He's one of those dudes that will keep you guessing, I think for you Tyson Fury fans that really love Tyson, that's disappointed in Tyson, I think this is the best way to go. The best mindset to have being a Tyson Fury fan right now is to hope he's bullshitting everybody because he wants them to bring the money up and he wants them to bring the cash forward in order for him to fight Oleksandr Usyk. Here's the problem, though. Let's say they do all of that, and they say they have, oh man, we have $200 million to split between you two. That motherfucker's going to want $170 million of it. He's going to want, he's going to want, because that's not 30%. 30% would be $60 million for Usyk, and then he takes the rest, the other 140. He's going to want that amount of money. Okay? And he's going to want the same deal based on old negotiations that fell apart. And I don't see Usyk doing that again. I seen Usyk wanting that fight because he was training for that fight. He was told that fight was in negotiations to happen, which Frank Warren was trying to make it happen. But he couldn't make it happen due to the shenanigans of Tyson Fury and his forever changing mind, which he promised that he would stay the fuck out of negotiations. That was a lie too, wasn't it? Because he said, I'm not going to get in negotiations. Then the very next week, the news broke that because his father jumped off and said, hey, he popped off and said, hey, he deserves 30% being a unified champion. You know what I'm saying? Defending the belts that he's doing, he deserves to be a unified, he deserves to have 30%. Since he deserved to be have 30%, that means that's what we're going with. And I be damned, Tyson Fury the very next week did not go along with that same narrative and open his mouth back up and start talking about what he wants and what's going to be and how it is. Okay, so I don't look Tyson. I don't know what he's going to do. I don't think he wants to fight Usyk. You know what I mean? Unless there's enough money there. You know what I mean? It has to be the money, and even if there's the money, then I think he's going to want a bigger split of it, and I think that fight's not going to happen. I just don't believe it. But see, again, if you're Garath, if you're Tyson Fury bona fide fans, and you want this shit to take a place, and you do believe that Tyson Fury can chop down the middleweight, rabid, ugly, little gappy-toothed, sneaky bastard Oleksandr Usyk, you would hope he changes his mind. Because if he doesn't, we're going to see freak fights, and Tyson Fury will not be looked at as a fighter. He will be looked at as a clown. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Garath. Davies, adamant that we will see a Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk fight in early 2024. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!